I hereby summon all my imps. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. So we're in the beginning of Loki season. The patch just came out on Tuesday. And to me, this is probably the saddest patch that I've ever seen. When I'm looking at this patch, not a lot changed, and to me, this barely even falls into a patch. So let's talk about the cards that actually did change in this. So the one that got the biggest change was Snowguard. And Snowguard got a complete rehaul on herself. She got changed so that now she's a better Agent 13 than even Agent 13 is. If you compare her to Agent 13, she's way better than Agent 13 now. Because compare her to Agent 13, same energy, same power, but now she gives you 2 cards that you can actually use down the road. And honestly, I think the only reason that Snowguard got any kind of change whatsoever is simply the fact that Snowguard is going to be in a Spotlight cache next week. So they had to fix Snowguard so that you could actually have a variant that you could see of her. Because there was no point in getting Snowguard next week on her old version, because she used to change into the bear or the hawk. And I think that's why she was actually able to get the change. Other than Snowguard, to me, nothing really changed. I mean, there were buffs and nerfs. I mean, technically, Blade got a buff by having it go from being completely random to having it be a choice of the whatever is on the rightmost side, which a lot of times is your APOC. And Spider-Ham got a nerf by going from being reliable to random. And even technically Thanos got a nerf. But Thanos' nerf was not even to Thanos himself, it was to the stone. So the ones that happened with Thanos was just as one stone got changed. His Soul Stone now no longer draws you a card. The only other one that had any kind of change with it was Absorbing Man, and this was an OTA patch that could happen last week. And as much as I appreciate the fact that Second Dinner is trying to make this game fun for everybody and trying to make sure that stuff comes out and they're taking action even on a card that wasn't out for that long or needed a nerf even without it being an OTA week, and just put it in the regular patch. It made this whole patch kind of sad if you think about it. Because there were no drops this particular patch. We haven't had a drop ever since the Spotlight caches happened. And the next time we have a possibility for a drop to happen is next month. And again, I'm not even talking about good drops. I'm just talking about stuff that should be dropped. Like, who's playing Howard the Duck? And with the launch of the PC, I was expecting more. I'm just saddened that there's not much more on this. Even in the collection system, which I think is their best system out here. If I click on Agatha and look at the card information here, it's not telling me what series she is from anymore. I don't know if this is some sort of bug or what's going on, but she's not telling me what series. And if I click on Atuma here, It's not telling me the rarity or the series it's from. I'll even click on the base version. You know, that's just kind of weird. And talking about the setup for the PC launch, this is the saddest setup for a PC launch that I've ever seen. The UI on this is just all messed up. It looks like you legitimately threw 3 cell phones together and called it a day. I mean, I can't even click on anything that's happening in this news and update and get it to go into the middle. At least in the older version on the cell phone, the stuff for the news and updates ends up in the middle so you can see it better. If I want to click on the learn more, it opens up a new page for me, instead of changing what's in the middle for me. The boards that you get nowadays, they're messed up too. Let me just launch a quick board for you to show you what I'm talking about. The amount of negative space that you have on this particular board, it's basically like you have your cell phone in the middle still, and your right and left side are what just used to be above on your cell phone. The number of times that I have clicked the cube thinking it's enter is sad. The fact that you gotta click the energy orb to do return all energy or undo all actions, and it feels like it should be down here with stuff down at the bottom. The fact that I can't move any of these windows to make it look better than I want to look like, that's just weird. I don't know if I was expecting more. I don't know if I was hoping for more. But when I heard PC launch for Marvel Snap, I was not expecting this. At the very least, you gotta change how Conquest and Friendly Battle are. The number of times I've looked at the screen and go, where is Conquest at? It's gotta be a different color, or it's gotta have a button around it or something. And the fact that you put it in as an actual Conquest mode instead of like new game mode or alternate game mode or arcade mode or something like that really bugs me, because it means that you're going to have to redo this UI down in the future if you ever add another mode to this game. If I look at the shop here, this literally looks like I threw it on my cell phone. Again, I picked up my cell phone, threw it onto the screen, and called it a day. You have not talked about or not shown anything about changing either the collection system, the level system, because the level system's still the same, the season pass rewards, because they're basically still the same, or the rewards that you get from going up the track. You know, for the longest time, I think a lot of people in Marvel Snap were giving you a pass as saying, hey, PC launch is coming out. Well, guess what? The PC launch has come out. Now you've got to prove to us that it's worth having a PC launch. I personally hope that October I see something better than this patch. I don't like being negative about this game. I know it might seem like I might be negative about this game. But the reason that I bring up these particular subjects is because I care. If I didn't care, I would just stop making content on this. And it's stuff like this that really gets to me, that the fact that you don't make these changes. the fact that you're not taking more risks on a patch. The fact that you didn't even release 1 or 2 cards in Series 3. This is all stuff that just makes it seem like you don't care. This whole PC setup looks like something that would have been thrown together by somebody who had 5 minutes to come up with something. Not by a company that's supposed to be the leader in Marvel Snap's information. You know, I'm not sure what to say. I'm not sure if anybody is as upset with this patch as I was. But I really hope that October, I'm able to say this was a good patch. Not this patch that we're currently in, but the next patch in October. I'm really hoping that I can say you did something with it. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, play full on